Yes, people. You know what time it is, yeah? It's the Cape and Waffle Arsenal talk show, yeah? You don't want to go nowhere for the next hour at least, because you know what? There's going to be fireworks, there's going to be fighting, there's going to be rationale, there's going to be logic, there's going to be facts, and everything else is coming with all of that. But you know what? At the end of the day, me and Cape are brothers. It's not a personal thing, but we need to talk about things. We need to talk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like something's happened in the family. We need to discover what to do. And on that note, we're in a group chat and everything, yeah. And I saw man already coming with solutions already, Cape, yeah. I already saw the solutions already. But anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty. Yeah, let's not do the hold up thing. Yeah, have Kai Havertz knee injury. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. Let's talk. Let's talk about it.
It's frustrating, man. I can't lie to you. That I'm angry about it, and obviously I feel disappointed and I feel upset for Kai Havertz. Obviously, that's it. I have a feeling it's going to be a long-term injury, and obviously long-term can be obviously ambiguous to whoever wants to define that as. But he already missed 4 months this season. Came back for the last 2 games of the season, and then obviously he's getting a knee injury. And obviously, I feel upset for players that their body starts to break down, and you can tell obviously he put in the work to try and get himself more physical, get himself more built, I guess, to prevent injury. So it's frustrating for him. So I'm just going to shout out Kai Havertz, and hopefully the injury is not too bad. Hopefully my worries are just a bit exaggerated in that. Looking at it in the lens of Arsenal, I think different to his injury last season. I mean, I think he got injured the day after the January window shut, which wasn't an excuse anyways, because obviously at that point Saka was injured, Jesus was injured, so we should have brought someone in. But I feel like, considering that we all, and every Arsenal fan still want an upgrade, or had felt like there was the need to bring it forward, then obviously Eze is going to Spurs, or it seems like that deal is moving in that direction. And obviously, for a long time, I thought that we were going to get Eze. I was quite confident, and I told you that. And I had to take ownership to what's going on and say, like, fam, I was wrong, like, for whatsoever reason. And I know the reason, and I'm kind of fair to it, like, in terms of why I also don't want to sign Eze, but it should come with an attacker. And now, given that Kai Havertz is injured, and obviously he's a knee injury, I think David Ornstein said in his report that Jesus obviously is recovering from his injury, but he's not going to be back anytime soon. Like, we're in a situation where we have one striker, or one known striker. And obviously, yes, that's the guy that we brought in. That's the guy that we all wanted to start. But that puts pressure on him, both in terms of having to hit the ground running, having to score the goals, which is expected, but also having to stay fit and having to play majority of games for a period of time in a new league that he hasn't played in a more physical league, and in a team that's very demanding. So I think it's very concerning, bro. And I think now basically I'll say 12 days left in the window. We've seen this time and time again. Arsenal, we know what we need. We know what we need to do. And then we're either going to say we're looking for the cheap option, a loan that's not going to be. And I understand that you don't want to bring in a player, but you can always bring in a player, man. We need an upgrade in the attack. And if Kai Havertz was going to be our backup striker and he's out, you need, like, maybe there's not good enough strikers out there. I can understand that. But you can definitely bring a serious left winger, like, and that's where I'm at, because I think you can find alternatives in the striking position if we still had, serious players on the other side of that player that's playing strike. But is the club going to do it? I'm not confident. Not in this kind of situation. I think it's a must, and I think they probably will do something. What that looks like, I'm not confident that's going to be the quality that we need. Because imagine a Gokura's injury now, and we're basically in last season's situation again. So I don't know how you feel, but I'm frustrated, and it's just annoying, man. But it makes sense, as I was saying to you, why Trossard probably signed his deal yesterday, because Havertz was probably injured probably yesterday or a couple of days ago.
You're gonna definitely cover that, but
So we'll
let
see.
yeah,
But
let's
how do you feel, bro?
yeah.
How
Well,
do
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it on my side of things as well. Antonio, I've got your question here. Yeah, we're gonna tackle that in a bit, but the first topic that we need to speak on is Kai Havertz. So you mentioned that there's not really, that many strikers out there. I tend to disagree with that. What I would suggest is that our club goes out, does the scouting, yeah, and brings in a striker. Yeah, there's many strikers out there, maybe not the price that we want them to be at, but the fact remains there's good strikers out there still that we can bring in that are actually proper strikers, because Kai Havertz is not an actual proper number 9, although he does the job to a certain standard. He's not a proper number 9. There's Wissa, there's Alvarez, there's a plethora of players, obviously, that are expensive players out there. But when you move like a big club, yeah, you have to have big clubs have big problems, and it's inevitable that these things are starting to happen to us now, or are going to happen to us now, because Havertz is not going to be the only player that gets injured. We probably might have some setbacks with Ben White. We might have some setbacks with Saka as the season starts to get more intense as well. So in isolation, obviously, Kai Havertz is the latest injury and stuff like that. And you know what? You can't predict when a player is going to get injured. So I don't know if people can say, oh, do you know what? We brought Havertz back too early. I don't know about that argument. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the medics and the coaches and all that kind of stuff there. They pass him off, they sign him off to be fit. So I can't really debate that angle. What I can say though is being prepared, in it, for the start of the season, isn't it? Yeah. Always be prepared. Yeah. We always seem to be the club, yeah. And like you said, we always seem to be the club that we're just slow to move with things. You know what I'm saying? Eze, perfect player that could have come in. Yeah, look at Tottenham, and I have to speak on Tottenham right now. Yeah, Spurs had a problem, looking to rectify the problem with Eze. Maddison went down ACL after only team in for Eze now. Yeah, they're looking to resolve a problem. Yeah, they've got a solution for a problem. Yeah, now you said you're not confident about Arsenal bringing someone in. I'm also not confident. Why should we be feeling like this, Kate, man? Why should we have this feeling? Are we not a big club? We should be thinking, do you know what? Like a City, if City had this issue and Liverpool had this issue, yeah, do you think they'd be like, we ain't bringing in anyone? Do you know what I mean? Maybe a possible loan. They're looking to actually to rectify the problem. They're looking to find solutions for the problem. Now, I might be wrong here in saying that we're not looking, yeah, because there's always information of that we're interested, we're monitoring, do you know what I mean? We're looking and all that kind of stuff. But it's all the same PR stuff to me. It's all the same PR nonsense, because come the end of the transfer window, because there's not many days, 13 days or whatnot, there's not very long in the window. You already gave me solutions to the actual problem already. You gave me the solutions, which I never even thought about in the group chat already. So if you're giving me those solutions, yeah, what is the manager thinking right now? Because he wants to save money for his club as well. You gave me the solutions. So are we going to stick with those solutions, or are we going to be bold and go out and say, listen, Kai, because we don't know the extent of the injury, how long he's going to be out for, whether it's a month, 3 months. We don't know the extent of the injury, but we know that he's not going to be back no time soon. I'm hearing talk about loans and all that kind of stuff, yeah, but I'm also hearing your side of solutions. Do you want to tell the chat what your solutions were that you mentioned to me earlier today that can, play in those positions?
Obviously, before I even get into that, like, I just, off the back of what you're saying, like, bro, like you said something that just resonated. Why are we just not confident that our club can just, in this kind of situation, just go out and say, do you know what? Off the back of last season where our squad was lean, and obviously I still respect the window so far, like obviously, if we don't do anything significant from now, it will decrease my rating. But in the sense of
What was your
injuries,
rating? Sorry, what was your rating? What was
my
it?
rating at the time was like a 6, 7 out of 10. I was like, if you in the expectancy that we're gonna get another player in the form of an Eze, you
Mhm.
know, that kind of player, and then that bumps it up again to like a 9, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But the problem is obviously it's good because this is what I was saying at the time. I'm like, bro, we suffered an injury riddled season. We need to get depth. And it's not just depth in our attack or improvement in the attack. We have to get depth for all players because we can't suffer a situation where we're relying on academy players or we're playing players so out of position that it's, do you know what I'm saying? It's orthodox. Like we saw what happened last season. Yeah, we didn't lose a lot of games, but fam, it was a sight for sore eyes and it was painful to watch. And I felt sorry for the players that were fit because they're playing every single game. And obviously, yeah, as a footballer or football fan, you would expect that to be fun, but it's crazy. But so it's good that we've done the business. You know, we've got quality depth in most positions, but attack was where we got hit the most like last season. Like we had Marino playing strike. We had obviously Trossard playing majority of the games. We had even Ranieri playing out of position. Like it wasn't ideal. Sometimes you had Tierney even coming on playing left wing. Like this is the situation we're in. The club needs to treat the attack with the same level of intent. And as you're saying, like obviously, yeah, there might not be always the fanciest of names or fanciest of prices sometimes because some of these deals are not easy to do. Like as much as and a solution that I suggested externally was obviously I want us to go for a Leao, I want us to go for Rodrigo because I feel like those type of players, one, they can play across the front line because of the kind of talent they have. Two, they're just those type of players. So I think it even takes less pressure off the striker because there's even more attention to around the players around the striker. So the striker has more space. So even if you play a Trossard in there, which was one of my solutions, or a Martinelli in there in the strike positions, like there's a bit more support, you know, from either wing. Like, and that's already players playing out of position, but I think they both can do a job there. But the club, in my opinion, have to sign someone because, as you said, if this is Liverpool, if this is Real Madrid, if this is City, if this is Chelsea, probably they're gonna go out and obviously, yes, 12 days left. It's hard to kind of, if you wasn't talking to somebody already, trying to scout and see if a club will do a deal and play a price. They know you're desperate, all that stuff. But off the back of last season, seeing what happened and what transpired, the club kind of dare not address the situation. Like if they make the choice that either they're gonna play a Trossard or Martinelli in there or both, alternate depending on the game, behind Gokeres and obviously that allows Jesus to rest and not be rushed back until Havertz come back. You have to upgrade on the left wing. And you maybe also have to get like another creative player, in my opinion. And it doesn't have to be expensive, but you can get another option. And maybe that's what as you're saying, good scouting does. Like you might see a player that's a gem that no one was seeing, you get for a good price and comes in and he might, contribute. And that does enough. Like it's frustrating because obviously I know you said the manager is gonna want to cost save, but I don't think any manager in this situation and if everyone says obviously and we know how much Mikel loves Kai Havertz, how much he's our highest paid player. We're just going off that. Obviously until Saliba and Saka sign a new deal, we just lost our most important player based on our payroll. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, and if we lose him for a long time, you have to replace that quality. You can't just not replace that quality and then replace it with less quality and expect the same output. Because this is why I'm saying in this process or where the club is right now, obviously there's no certainty in it because you're seeing the Isak stuff and you're seeing all the stuff. And obviously, let's see what all the clubs do. Rodrigo and all the stuff. Rodrigo didn't play for Real Madrid yesterday. No minutes, didn't come on. Interesting thing. Let's see what goes on. Is an interest. It will be an interesting 12 days. There's a lot of players deadwood at players, deadwood at our club, deadwood at United. Players are gonna be on the move in it. So the market will get moving again. It's kind of slow down. But are Arsenal gonna dip their hand? Are the Cronkies gonna say, do you know what, fam? If this is the season that we believe we're gonna do it, like fam, let's just fork the money. And if we're gonna win, then fam, the profit that you're gonna if Arsenal win the league, if Arsenal win Champions League, do you know how much universal like these guys are not deep in what it will do for their pockets if they're just looking at it money wise. So an investment now will be so dear, like will go so far in it. But I don't know if we're gonna do it. So it's like when I come up with internal solutions, is because I don't believe the club are gonna do anything. Like, they haven't showed me in the last couple of seasons where we've been so close that they're gonna do what's necessary. So why should I then delude myself? I might as well just try and find the internal solutions.
Can I? Okay, so I want to say a few things here, and I'm going to bring up this comment. Before I move on, though, I have to big up a few people in the chat here. Big up to AFC always in Cyprus, enjoying the sunshine and all that. You know what I mean? He's hitting us up from big Cyprus, 4-5 hour journey away. So big up to AFC always.
37 degrees though.
That's what I'm saying, my brother. Bomber. And big up to my main brother in arms, BBK Sports. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. BBK. Listen, this guy's work rate is mad right now, people. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. And big up to my brother from another man, like Caps in the building. Yeah, I hope you're well, my brother. And he says, why are Arsenal so late in the window to improve their squad? We're going to tackle all of this. Don't worry. We're not missing nothing today, people. I'm one of these people that misses chats unless you're saying something stupid, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Something that's abusive or racist. I don't skip chats. Listen, this is the reason why we are not confident that a player's that we're not going to bring in a player. And the question comes from Antonio Benjamin. He says, question for you guys. Having Trossard on a pay increase, do you think we shot ourselves in the foot now without being able to sign another forward? This is a great question that Antonio has posed, because I'm leaning towards the fact that Trossard's got this raise. They knew, and you said it as well in the group chat, they knew this injury was going to occur. So they need to keep hold of Trossard. So we're going to give him a bit more money. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Play him as the false nine. Yeah. That is a solution instead of going out and buying a striker or all that. The thing is, though, we can still go into the loan market, find someone who's decent, loan obligation to buy, because you know what? I don't believe on waiting on players. Yeah. We have to be proactive now. And this is the problem that I have with my club and our club. Sorry. We're very reactive. We're not very proactive. You can say we've done a bit of proactive business throughout this summer transfer. I get it, but we had to do it. We had to bring in players, yeah? And as far as I'm concerned, right now, we may be looking, but I just don't trust this club to go out and do the business and to bring in another striker. I just cannot see it. And I've been calling for a striker, yeah, for the last 2-3 weeks, even when Kai Havertz was fit. I just knew that we needed another striker, because anything happens to Gyökeres, then it's just Kai Havertz. Anything happens to Kai Havertz, then it's no one. We've got Trossard playing as a false nine. Trossard, as good a player as he can be, he also can go missing a lot. And there was times he played in the false nine last season where there were games that I didn't even know he was playing on the pitch. And this is the problem that I have with this club, yeah? They're always looking like just putting pegs in square holes, Marino up top. They always stumble along solutions. They don't actually find the solutions. That's how it got. They stumble along it. Do you know what I mean? Remember when Emil Smith-Rowe, came in and saved Arteta's job, basically, when he scored 10 goals that season. Do you know what I'm saying? He stumbled across that. When Marino came in, he stumbled across that as well. It's always this reactive problem that we have where we just stumble across solutions. And I want to see what our solution is, because are we not supposed to be going out to win a major this season? The season has started. We've got 3 points in the bag. We need to carry on with the tradition. And teams are probably looking at us thinking, look at their team now. Injuries all over the place now. I'm feeling confident against these, man. I'm feeling confident. I don't know what you think, man. What do you think about the whole thing? I'm passionate tonight, bro. You can see it. I'm not angry, but I'm passionate today about what I've got to say, because time and time, over and over, the club don't seem. It's like they have an inferior complex. Like, I don't know. We're not confident to go into the market, and I just don't get it with this club, man. Please help me, Kate. Help me in this situation.
I think obviously, I said it at the beginning of the window. Obviously, when I was talking to Steph, Gunner Street, obviously, go subscribe to his channel as well. We were saying that like I don't even think that we can even afford to sell, like, not saying afford, but we can't really afford to lose players in the squad, like, because our squad isn't deep. Like, in comparison to most of these other squads around Europe, the top teams, they have so many players that they can play, like players that sometimes don't even make the bench, that you would say are quality players that when players get injured, we come in. Like, the squads are deep. Like, our squads is not deep, like, which is why even the trust on the Martinelli, like, I was even saying, somehow you have to find a way to keep all of these men on top, get another winger, get another striker, because you have to just, you got to just stat pad. You got to stat your squad, because fam, with the intensity of games, the amount of games these men are playing, the injuries that is happening, the way the games get, like, you have to, because you're going to do yourself a disservice, especially if you're trying to be a team trying to go for majors and you're not getting depth. Obviously, the Trossard thing, as I said, I believe the timing. So the timing just, it gives me that. And obviously, I'm not saying that's what it is, but it just gives me that, which I understand. And obviously, Trossard is a decent player. Like, he's been a player that's been consistent for us over the years, isn't it? Like, I'm not going to disrespect Trossard, even though I agree with you, he does go missing in some games. Obviously, that's some games don't suit his style, I guess. Obviously, which is the problem when you don't have depth, because you have to use what you have instead of being able to rotate and t- you know put different profiles for different games. The problem is, I just saying this, I'm frustrated as well. The reason I'm calm is because I just don't believe the club can be that stupid to go past last season and not buy somebody. I don't think, as you said, there might be a striker. I don't think we buy a striker, in my opinion. Um, I'm not mad if we don't, because if the Havertz injury is only a couple of months and it's not like a long term injury, then I can understand, because I think the alternatives that we can put in there behind Gokeres, if he stays fit, are decent enough. If you get that left winger, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there's many options you can get. If obviously, yeah, a player like Alvarez is interesting if he's on the market and something we can do. I will 100% want Julian Alvarez. That's 100%. But I just don't see that happening, because I don't see Atletico losing that striker, and being able to replace his quality. So that's another thing you have to consider with some of these teams, that the players aren't on the market. Like some of these other guys like Leao, Rodrigo, you kind of know that they would want to move. Maybe the club might want to, not the club might set a mad price, but the players would want to move, and the club will be willing to sell at a price even right now. So I think that's where I'm at. Whether the club do it, we'll see, innit? Like, it's just annoying that we'd have that feeling where, obviously, fam, even I don't think a City fan or Liverpool fan will 100% um um gonna sign a player. Like, fam, Liverpool have shown in seasons that they don't sign players. Semenyo is a very good player that I would 100% take. That's what I said. Like, I think there's options that Arsenal have to play it right. I understand you're not just going to pay a mad amount of price if you're not paying for a premium player, but I think there's options that you can try and see if they're available. That's why I said 12 days. This can be the make or break of the season. We've got a tough opening 6 games, like, when you think about it, and we're gonna have a tough season when Champions League starts in October or November, whenever it is, and you have Carabao Cup games going. It's not going to be easy to just be having Gokeres and then another player not playing. And as you said, there's players in our team that are injury prone. I think Ben White's out now, so it's like, this is how it starts.
Ben White's out as well.
I think he wasn't in training, so I think he has a little knock.
I think Thing's injured as well. Your boy, midfielder, what's his name? Norgard. He's injured as well.
He had a knock as well. And it happens, innit? Like, it might just be mini knocks. This is why you have to have a big squad. This is essentially it. So that's what I said. I agree with BBK and what he says here. Like, I'm not saying the club. I know the club. This is what I said. I'm not confident, but I can't believe you can go through life. And obviously, that's probably Arsenal's most injury-riddled season that we saw last season. Like, in my recent memory, I can't remember a season where we suffered injuries like that.
We've consistently been a riddled squad team that's had injuries. I don't want to go through like all the years.
No. I'm saying that, like, we've had injuries, but I'm saying, like, okay, cool. 23-24, we had a big party injury, big time.
I'm talking about game before that.
But I don't think
we were known for having injuries. Our club.
I don't think we had a team where everyone, like, bar Raya, like, and Trossard, maybe, like, everyone got injured in our team, like, last season. like, and oh yeah, and Partey as well. Like, bar 3 players, like everyone else suffered a period where they're out for a little bit, and if not, they're out for a long time. Like, that's not normal, and that's what we had to go
So,
through, innit?
so, okay, let's talk about that point now, because you've raised a great point. So if it's not normal, yeah, then what is causing all of these injuries then? If it's something like that is not normal, because I don't
That's
hear Liverpool having that same issue. I don't hear City having that same issue. I don't hear United,
no
Spurs.
teams. All the teams. If you go look at, all teams have the same issue. Like how many times are we seeing guys doing the ACL? Look at Levi Colwill and Chelsea. Chelsea have injury problems all the time, innit? I'm not trying to wish it on them. Like, so do
Newcastle
United.
as well had a lot of
So do United.
injuries 2 seasons
So do
ago as
City.
well.
City last season had a mad amount of injuries. Rodriguez got injured again. It happens, innit? As we say, like, you have a Club World Cup playing in the summer. Guys are not really getting rest. You got Euros last summer, Club World Cup this year, World Cup next year. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be Euros the year after that. Like, it's going to be football, 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 football. It's nice for us, but on these man, as much as they're probably better athletes than the old school days, they're going for it still. And you have to realize, if most teams are trying to win, like, which is the expectancy of even the smaller team now, they're trying to win even the little trophies and that. Like, it's just what's going to happen, which is why you have to get a big squad.
Let
And
me ask you
cool.
a question. Sorry to cut you there, Kate.
Yeah, no worries.
And I want to really cut in deep pause today. Yeah, I really want to have a real discussion with you. Yeah, because do you think players are overplayed that can cause this stress and the amount of injuries? And do you think players are also brought back earlier? I said earlier, like, about Kai Havertz, the medical team would have given the all clear or whatever. But do you think some of the causes and effects are because we're overplaying players?
I think 100%. Like, I don't think Kai Havertz came back early. I think he actually had a good time. I think about it, he came back like with the last 2 games of last season, and then he had the whole summer, obviously. So I think that's just unlucky, and because it's not the same injury, I would say that's just unlucky. We don't know, as we don't know how it happened, but digressing. I think the problem is we haven't had a good squad. Like, as much as, like, and we have to call a spade a spade. Like, whoever you want to blame, like, over the years, as much as we've been competing for the league, you have to put respect on the manager, because he's had to keep certain players fit. He's had to play one squad, because whenever we've rotated our squad, whenever we've played the second string players over the years, the level drops. Whether that's been in Carabao Cup games, whether that's been in some Premier League games where we have an important game, the level drops. We struggle to win. We struggle to have the same level of quality. Other teams don't do that when they rotate. And
Yeah,
obviously,
but
what in the hope,
nah,
obviously, what, no, but I'm saying, but that this is, as much as,
did you
this
just
is what I'm
say?
saying.
Hold on. Did you just say you have to respect the manager? Yeah. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Saka last season, yeah, played on injuries consistently. Hardly ever was substituted. You know, ended up getting what is it, ACL that he got,
Hamstring.
hamstring issue as well. You know, little things like this. We had Ethan Wanieri in the squad. He could have played. Yeah. Sometimes you have to just, like, strip back and say, listen, yeah, my squad's small, but I'm gonna need to bring in certain players, yeah, because if I don't, my main players are gonna break. And for me, as Arteta is a rookie type manager, yeah, because he's still a rookie in my eyes, yeah, I don't think he saw these type of things coming, and I just don't think that he's actually respected players like that. Do you know what I mean? He's overplayed players, yeah, because he doesn't trust his squad. He didn't trust
Yeah,
his
but then
squad.
that's because I
But we
don't
didn't
think.
even go into the market. We didn't go into the
That's
market
what I'm
to
saying. But
rectify
look
this.
at last summer though. Like, I don't think, and as much as everyone has whatever they think in it, and I understand, I'm not gonna judge anyone for how you think or what you say. Like, I agree with what you're saying. Facts
No,
on
but I
facts.
want you to. That's the thing. I'm not. Listen,
I'm saying,
I judge people. But,
no, I'm saying, yeah. Like, what I'm saying is, like, because I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying that judge whatever manager like is Arsenal manager for the football that they produce in it. But we've been Arsenal fans for years. This shit goes on for years. It's happened with Wenger. It happened with Emery. It will happen after Arteta. Like the club are just the club. That's what I'm saying. Like as much as we're saying all of these little intricacies, we know, and we're saying right now because this conversation is inspired from Havertz, that the club is probably not going to do what they need to do. That's got nothing to do with the manager. That's got nothing to do with anything. Because at the end of the day, that's what the club has shown they do year after year after year. We've seen that many times, and I can name many examples where Wenger was this position or that position away from having, and the club. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to get into that, and I'm not going to say I'm not allowing Arteta for overplaying players. I'm just saying it's his fault for the overplaying players. But if he had a squad that was adequate, like, because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about previous season, I'm not even talking about last season. I'm talking about 23-24. I'm talking about 22-23, 22-23, even more so. Like, you have players that are on your bench that are good players, but when you put them in, they don't produce the same level of performance. If that, go on.
Yeah, but no. See, this is what I'm saying. Yeah.
But we saw
sometimes we have to strip back from that, because we had Ranieri last season. He's just one example, who we could have given.
But we didn't. But no one knew Ranieri could play right wing. He's never played right wing throughout his whole career.
But when he did come on, he played very well.
But then that was the eye test. But he played right wing as a result of Saka being injured and obviously it being forced. I'm not saying that like that means Arteta shouldn't have saw it before and said but
a player like that. A player like that, you should identify, as talented, that can play anywhere across. Come on, KP, you're a coach.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Can play every position.
I'm saying, like, if you see this season, like for example, that Ranieri has been to play in the 10, like it's that coincides with what I'm saying, that throughout his career he's been a 10. That doesn't mean I'm saying that he can't play right wing, and Arteta shouldn't have seen that. And maybe if he played him from the beginning of the season right wing with Saka, maybe he wouldn't have got injured. Maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. Right. That's a big if, isn't it? But what I'm saying to you,
I got you, Kate. Yeah, I got you. So when Odegaard went down, Ethan played 2-3 games, and then he was taken out. Then he was taken out of the team, then put on the right, and then he was taken out of the team again and hardly played. Yeah. So these are the little type of things that you look at and you think, well, hold on, this is when we needed Mans in the team, right?
Yeah,
then,
but then you have to
he would have earned his stripes last season.
Yeah, but you have to.
Season now,
he did earn his stripes. Like, but I think everyone's being a bit disingenuous sometimes when you don't remember.
No. That wording is a bit too strong about.
No, and okay, but people are being a bit unfair.
That's not the correct wording in this debate, because we have to unwrap things, bro. Yeah, we have to talk about.
So that's what I'm saying. But like everything is all about perspective and the layering of how you think of it. Because I consider everything everyone's saying, but I'm saying it's easy to just think that when.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question before you go. Yeah, before you land. Let me ask you a quick question. Yeah. You say that we can't talk about the manager, but can the manager not put pressure on the board to tell the owners, listen, we are short. We are short.
Do you think he's not doing
players?
That? Do you, like, that's what I'm saying, but like
last January he spoke about internal solutions.
Yeah, but then
and the season starting before that, he still said we're still short.
But let's be real. Like, if you want to strip things down, let's strip things down.
Let's strip it down.
Is the manager ever gonna expose what he's talking about to his boss?
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying, is he gonna come out in the press conference?
Do you think this is a conversation between me?
I think every single manager in every single profession of every football club in every single layer puts manager pressure on the board. I think it's, again, I'm not gonna use the word. I think it's insane to think that a manager don't do that. That just to let anyone know that. So I think everyone needs to stop thinking that, because that's like you being a manager of a company, and you need certain things for your company to run, and you're not going up to the CEO to say this.
What did Conte do when he wasn't getting what he wanted?
But then that's Conte, innit? Like, if you're gonna judge if you want every manager to leave after
that's what top managers do, though, isn't it? If they're not getting what they want. If they don't get what they need,
I don't necessarily think so, because I saw Klopp for years where Liverpool, yes, they bought in some years, and some they
they
didn't
were
buy.
winning
Because,
trophies, my brother. They were
but
winning
that's
trophies still.
fair enough to you, but obviously that's what I said. We can strip things down, and there can always be a rebuttal for everything. I'm just letting you know.
No, it's
I
not a
don't.
rebuttal. It's facts. They were still winning
No,
trophies. So
I agree.
you
I
give them
agree
that.
with
You're gonna give them that leeway. But
you.
when you're not winning
You're not going to
anything,
give him that leeway, because if you have players that get injured, you're going to want your
brother, they
team
were
to
winning
respond.
Champions Leagues, bro. Come on,
They
they're
won
still
a
winning
Champions
Champions
League. They won a
Leagues.
Champions League. I'm saying,
Well,
I'm not.
have we won a Champions League?
We haven't. I'm not like you're taking what I'm saying wrong, because you're going on an angle about trophies, which is what I'm saying.
No. I'm just mentioning that. Do you know what? When you're winning trophies, yeah, the player thing is important.
Yeah, but I know, but you're looking at it from the perspective of a fan that is seeing that they're winning trophies, so that's going to satisfy the manager. No, again, it's a business, it's a team. You have to think about these things.
No. Listen, bro. When you've got world-class players in your team, yeah, when you've got world-class players around your team, you can build. Listen, brother, I've been watching football from a long time ago. Yeah, I'm not doubting your knowledge or anything. When you have world-class players as a base, yeah, you can build your players around that team of world-class players. Yeah, they had a team that can challenge for top four. Year in, year out, regardless. Yeah, they're winning Carling Cups. I don't know if they won an FA Cup, they won a Champions League. They had a top manager in Klopp as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Klopp also was someone that didn't always want to buy players anyway. Yeah. There's Liverpool man that I know. Brother, listen, brother. There were players, there were times where Klopp didn't want to go in for certain players, bro. So listen, I could bring up D-Dubs and all them man there. Seriously,
I'm not saying anyone is wrong. I'm just saying from a simple perspective of how I look at things, innit? I don't think in any business that there's any manager that don't put pressure on and especially in the game of football, where injuries happen, where you know what your squad is like, where you know what areas you need to improve in, where you watch these players every single day, where you know what players are playing through injury because of the team and all that. Like, come on, man. Like, that's like, I'm not saying anyone is wrong. I'm not saying I could be wrong. I just don't believe it. And I can stand on that, innit? Like, I just don't believe it. And that's fine. It's got nothing to do with Arteta. I'll say the same thing for Emery, say the same thing for Wenger, say the same thing for the next manager. That's what I'm saying. Same thing for Slot. I say the same thing for Klopp. I say the same thing for Pep. Any manager wants players. Like, that's just the truth of it. Like, do you think, like, of course, like, no one's gonna come out and just say,
you don't always get your players, by the way, as well. Let's put it that
I agree with you. I agree with you, which is why in the chat, bro, man gives internal solutions, because I know what this club is on. But obviously, I think about things because I'm not just gonna sit there and cry, innit? Because at the end of the day, like, our team is not crap. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, because we don't do this and that, like, oh my god, everything is done. I'm not saying that it means that we're the favorites, but there's things that can be done if the manager can set the team up properly. Fam, these players can do things. But my first solution is always signings. I'm not like, I don't think a manager doesn't put pressure on the board. I don't think Arteta's watching his squad last year and January saying, do you know what, fam, I'm going to put Marino there. Don't give me no one. Like, I think that's insane to say. Like, I think that's not possible.
When you're going to start to feel uncomfortable, yeah, next season or this season we don't win anything. Just say, for example, I'm just giving you scenarios. We don't win nothing this season. Next season, yeah, we go into, obviously, you know, Arteta comes top 4 again, top 3, top 2, whatever, but we still don't win anything. We go into another season, yeah, same issues next season, yeah. When's it gonna take, yeah? What is it going to take, yeah, before we demand this club, yeah, to actually go and fight for the number 1 spot? Because right now, I just feel that we're just happy just to be competing at a certain level and not going for the top spot.
This is what I'm saying. You guys are like
there's no you guys. We're all the same.
I know. I'm saying, but everything. But think about it this way, yeah. Wenger was a quality manager, yeah, a quality manager, quality man. Yes, a genius. And
no one's hit his record yet, remember?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm
24 years. I mean, 21 years.
That's what I'm saying. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, in his latter years, as much as I put a lot of the blame on Wenger for, as you're saying, not allowing the club to, like, I just say, not walking away, because I feel like he loved Arsenal so much that he wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like any other manager is just going to leave in that situation that Arsenal presented themselves for all that years after a manager's done what they've done. But because of how good he is, he was still able to coach a team, even with bog standard players, to a certain level of quality. Obviously, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, obviously, when you look at the coach as an individual, that's what you have to, like, which is what I'm trying to, like, get the point I'm trying to get to. I'm not comparing Arteta to any of these managers, because obviously they've won stuff, innit? So I'm not comparing them in terms of his CV or what he's done or how we look at him or how we rate him. I'm not trying to. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking about coaches, innit? Because I can rate even a coach that coaches a team like Brighton or Glasner, for example. Like, because I like the way you coach football. I can see how your intangibles and how you speak and all that kind of stuff, innit? But digressing, I think that most managers and most people will tell themselves like that they believe they can do something, especially if they're getting so close to something. I don't think Arteta will walk away from the club where he's built this group of players. He's got players coming through the academy. He's got young players that he's bought for years.
Okay, can I just interrupt you? He won't walk away from the team, but players might decide to walk away.
Which is why I'm saying, like, this is like, it all goes back to my point, like, which I'll get to in it. But the problem Arsenal have now, because you said obviously when is someone going to put pressure on, like this is what I'm saying. Like, Arsenal have gone through a cycle. We were one of the best teams in England and one of the best teams in Europe. Obviously, when I started supporting, and obviously a long time ago, obviously, but you remember quite vividly and quite clearly in it. We ended up being a meaty team after all the promises they said. We're moving to Emirates, we're gonna do this and that.
The most beautiful football, though.
Do you know what I'm saying? We still played good football, and that kind of kept us satisfied for a couple of years until we deeped. It's just 4-4-4-4-4-4-4. Maybe a little cup run here and there, get beaten, go away from home, get bullied, and face the big teams, and eventually get times there, and get absolutely smoked in it. And so we've gone through the cycle in it, where now we're competing at the top, we're getting far in Champions League. No big team in any big game, we're not confident we're not going to win, or we're not going to get a result, we're not going to perform. We rarely lose games now. We have a good all that stuff in it. Cool. We've got a couple of world-class players, in my opinion. We've got a good squad. All that stuff, we've arrived again at that point. Do you know what I'm saying? The club have to show themselves, because we're not going to talk about, we're not talking about Liverpool, when we talk about City, when we talk about Madrid, when we talk about Chelsea, when we talk about Bayern, whoever, we're not talking about their owners. We're not talking about their club and what they're going to do to get themselves over the line. To, like, fam, shape shift managers all the time, but those managers get given world-class players. The manager will go and spend the money on situations. This is what they do. Like, we're talking about Arsenal, but the same, like, numerator, sorry, is whatever. The same consistent is that the club don't do what they need to do. And yes, you might want to find a savior manager that's gonna put like some, but no, the club at some point have to see that, fam, right now, fam, the club is here. We want to win the league, or we want this manager gone. We're in a situation again where there's a player injured. We've gone through last season where there's so many injuries. Like, yes, we haven't sold anyone right now, and maybe we're gonna sell some of these guys in a couple of weeks, and it might not be for the price we want, but we want to win the league, or we want to win the Champions League, and that's going to be more profitable. That's going to be more beneficial for us as businessmen, if that's all we care about, for the club, as fans, for the team, and whatever. Because that's what you're saying, because we don't want these players that are our best players and our main attractions, the ones that are keeping the fans coming, to go and want to look elsewhere because they don't believe the club is ambitious to want to help them. Because I don't want Saka, I don't want Havertz or Jesus or Odegaard or anyone to be playing through injury or injections or whatever, or lying that they're not fit, that they're fit, because obviously they know the player that's playing behind me ain't good enough, and I don't want us to lose. The club needs to. That's not what these guys should be thinking about, because I don't think in other clubs that's what these players are doing. So the reason why I'm here now is that 12 days makes or breaks everything, because if the club don't do nothing, it just shows. Like, I won't be like, everyone, like, we can be angry at the manager, maybe it doesn't do this year, he goes, that's cool. But what I'm gonna say is, this club have told me that they're not on it, that they've allowed us to return back to this point, and they're not on it. That they're not on it. And if they're not on it, that's cool. Then us fans should stop deluding ourselves. If someday a manager gets us over the line, fair enough to him, but that we're not going to be consistently there, because even if we get over the line, they're not going to spend that money and buy the best in town and bring it to the club, or address what needs to be done.
But also in saying that, and this is, I don't want to make this about just the manager, yeah, because we've got to tackle other things, games that are being played as well and stuff like that, yeah. But also, yeah, it isn't just about bringing players in, yeah. It's also about coaching as well, yeah. Can you coach your team to be the best team in the land, to win trophies, to go get to finals, yeah? We've kind of half done that, but it's that thing of just getting over the line that I find the problem. And the problem that we have as well, and this might not be an Arteta thing as well, and this is probably Berta where we're going to talk about as well, is that a lot of the players that we have, yeah, it's just problematic. We're hearing things like Kivior, you know, Porto are interesting, loan obligation to buy, but we're still happy to keep him. You know, we still got Reece Nelson on our books. We still got players like Lokonga. Who else we still got on our books as well? Zinchenko. There's a plethora, yeah, of players that we still have, and there's players that we can sell. You know, we can sell because they're not going to get any game time, but we're just happy to just like keep on to them. Do you know what I'm saying? This is actually quite frustrating. You know, that we're not looking, you know, to just, you know what? Listen, yeah, you man need to just like step now. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah. We're not looking to do that. And it's frustrating, bro, because we could have a Rodrigo, yeah, if we had the money there, yeah. And apparently he's coming to the UK to speak to Arsenal and Liverpool, yeah. Who's going to be more attractive to who's going to be more attracted to Rodrigo right now? Seriously, that's my question. Who's going to be more attractive?
Liverpool.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like,
I think in the moment, and I think Liverpool would like it's more than this is even that. Like if Rodrigo's agent put him on the table for both teams, I think Liverpool will attack the deal in the way the deal should be attacked, and Arsenal won't. Like they would if the money was whatever 80 mil. Liverpool come in and agree the terms and whatever is, and Arsenal will be trying to lowball it or trying to find a, you know, the best, you know what I'm saying, delay, and then Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. It's why is it always like you just don't like? I don't mind if you dilly dally around small play, but once the situations happen, why don't you just do what you need to do? Like and like us fans, like and put the emphasis back on the manager. Put the emphasis, and obviously, fam. It's about coaching, isn't it? Which is why my internal solutions are always the way, because I believe in the coaching, and I believe obviously one injury doesn't shoot everything down. Then obviously, well, it depends who that injury is to, innit? Obviously, one injury to Saliba or Saka obviously changes things, but one injury just shouldn't. But like, we'll see. Like that's ultimately we're gonna see. That's why I said 12 days, bro. You're talking about sales and that.
You know what you said? You know what you said? You know? Can you remember what you said to me earlier?
What?
Go and get Isak. Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said to me earlier, bro. That's ambition.
But this is what I'm saying. That's what I feel though, because man will look at me, yeah, and think because I'm a positive guy, because I support Arteta, because I always try to be a bit blasé, no pun intended, all that stuff, yeah, that I just don't like have any like anger. Fam, I'm one of the most angry guys. I like to be calm because I don't want to be on here losing my head, fam. Like, fam, man looks too clean right now to be losing my head. I just need to just, you know what I'm saying? That's of course spade a spade. But
nah, it's love, man. It's love, man. Sometimes
you know, no, I'm not saying I won't lose my head, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, like I try to always reason with everything because I don't want to lose my head towards anyone. I try to always be peaceful, and life is not easy. But the problem is that like I feel like in 12 days should be enough time for the club to do everything. No, you're not gonna get angry, KP.
Hey, hold on. Let me just promote you for it. Listen, people, if you like what you're hearing today, yeah, every Wednesday, man like KP, do you know what I mean? Go and subscribe to his channel right here, yeah. Some of the best content, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the way he cuts it, edits it, and you know what? He's got one of them Idris Elba voices. Is it, what's his surname again? What's his surname?
Idris Elba, so yeah.
He's got one of them Idris Elba narratings, you know what I mean, when he narrates and that. So yeah, make sure you got your man, go and subscribe to him. Go and do it now. Because he's angry KP today now. I'm joking.
No, you yeah, a little bit. But I'm angry because obviously I just like I'm not gonna do last season. Yeah, obviously I thought like okay, the club, the managers got us to there, and obviously yeah, most man will want us. Okay, we should have won. We should have won. I agree with all that stuff in it, but I try to look things practically. Okay, the managers clearly got us to a consistent level where we don't like drop off in it. Like cool, now it's on up. Like it's like chess, isn't it? Chess back over to you. Like people can say, oh, the manager spent money in this, and that, and we'll see in it. Obviously, it's not like Attacker wasn't signed this summer, but now there's another injury to a player. What are you gonna do? It's back over to you. What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna allow? Because I'm not gonna ever tell you that I don't want a player. Like if you told me, yeah, there's 80 mil, go get the player you want. You think I'm gonna say no? I want to play Marino there. That's what I was the point I was trying to make. Like no one's gonna do that.
Look at it. Look at this here. Look at this here though. John obviously is an Arsenal fan. Big up to John in the building. And this is his opinion. He said I think we must buy Jackson to replace Havertz though. And
Jackson is not a bad player. Like, don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but
Jackson is not bad. He's not what we need, because I don't think he has an ability to finish, doesn't have good ball strike on the headering. So I think, although he's a very good footballer, like I think like he can come in and do that false 9 row and rare, and it would be good. But it's like, given the price that Chelsea will definitely want for him, like if he was a cheap price, like a 30 mil, 40 mil or something, maybe. But Chelsea are saying stupid prices. Like I'm not even thinking in that direction personally. Like if we're gonna spend that type of money, go get best in class, because then at least, like as you're saying, like we will be like, okay, Havertz is injured. It's not a good thing Havertz is injured, but at least we've brought in a replacement. We've brought in adequate quality. Like, cool. You've put the emphasis back on the manager. Like, oh, player's injured now. Boom, player, no excuse. No, nothing, fam. Go win the major, fam. There's no like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can come to me and say, oh, I have to put centre mid here, and this guy's not comfortable, and having to play this, that, and play young players that haven't played pro football many minutes in their legs and that, like, because like we're gonna give you everything you need. Go do the job. Otherwise, once you don't do the job, we're gonna get someone else to do the job. I'm confident he'll do the job if you give him everything he needs. Go do it. When I'm saying Isak, I'm showing ambition, because that's what I would want to do if I was the club. Like, I would say, do you know what? He hasn't moved yet. Clearly, he doesn't want to go back to Newcastle. Like, if it's a mad amount of bread, then we might have to see what we can do, but let's try. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So,
big up to Don't Waste a Tweet in the building, man. People, man, you know what? We have real discussions on, the Waffle Don channel. Me and Kate going at it today. We ain't playing today, people. But listen, yeah, we've been talking about that subject for quite a while. Let's talk about the Man United game, and what your thoughts were on the Man United game, because we didn't really get into it deep. And I know Sunday sometimes you can't make the panel show on that. But what did you think of the game on Sunday?
It's crap, man. Like, in terms of the game, I think the quality of game both sides crap anyway, isn't it? But I think we played absolutely dog shit, like on the ball anyways. Outside of a couple of moments where we transitioned well, and obviously I think if a better final pass, or a better decision, or better run, we could have at least had like 6 or 7 clear-cut chances, which is why I saw a little bit of maybe what the manager's trying to do in terms of change us up, but like in terms of we're playing a bit more faster, but we didn't have control of that game in terms of on the ball, and in terms of in our build-up, and in terms of in the midfield was non-existent. And obviously that's credit to also Man United as well. Like the atmosphere there was crazy. United played well. They were bypassing the midfield, going long to Cunha and Bremo, getting them 1v1s. And we obviously, I think Arteta tried to go aggressive, playing Ben White and Calafiori. They're more the attacking fullbacks compared to Timber and Lewis Skelly. So I can understand what he's trying to do.
Hold up, wait a minute. I have a bomber here right now. I don't know if this is true.
Bomber?
But I'm gonna. Well, it's not a bomber, but I'm gonna have to share this right now, people. This is live. Yeah, this is live business. David Ornstein has just broke this. Hold on. Let me share this thing. And
what's
listen,
going on?
Hold on. Look. Here we go.
What's going on? Don't do this
Arsenal
to me.
make move for Eze 22-year-old, 27-year-old wants them. Tottenham lined up deal with Crystal Palace today and player, but after Havertz injury.
Finally,
is this serious? Is this
finally,
is this a joke thing? Hold on, let me see check the account.
finally.
Is this a joke thing, my brother? Is this a joke
No,
thing?
this is David.
Hold on, let me just check the. No way.
Wait, that was a timely. Hey, we're not getting off the stream at all.
Brother.
Arsenal make move for Eberechi Eze, 27-year-old.
Hold on. BBK's not believing it. PR is saying.
PR, yeah.
What do you think? What do you
Arsenal make move for Eberechi Eze, 27-year-old wants them. Tottenham lined up deal with CP today and player, but after Havertz injury, AFC now closing on England international. If he proceeds with choice, Tottenham pursue other targets. 27-year-old wants them. Hey, Waffle,
bro.
I said it though. Hey, but
you see, but what they're trying to do though, Spurs are trying to throw in Richarlison with that deal for Eze as well.
Yeah, but it depends on what. Oh, that's a good option still. But at the end of the day, is what Eze chooses, isn't it? If he wants to go to this Arsenal team and Arsenal pay the money that Palace are willing to pay for the deal's done.
Why are we seeing this now, though, bro? Come on, man.
Because what Eze thing?
Yeah. Man had to take a sip there, innit?
I think, yeah. Whoa. This has just made my day. This is, well, obviously, fam, we've got to remove the deal, but this has made my day because, bro. But I think two things, in it. Obviously, it's clearly because of the Havertz situation probably forced Arsenal's hand to, one, you know what the fan base is going to be like. You can't, a deflating injury and not reacting, especially not today. I think you have to try and do something. Obviously, I think this as well just tells me that because obviously the Eze deal hasn't been moving as fast as it should be for a team that didn't have any other. So in my mind, I've been saying this for days, innit? And obviously, I don't get me wrong, I came around, so I'm not going to be moving wishy-washy in it. I'm gonna get my hopes up because this is Ornstein. Like, this is not no small little ITK coming out saying this is Ornstein coming out straight, and everyone's gonna feed off in it. I want to see what Fabrizio says. But anyways, digressing. Remember what I said to you? Was it last week, or I said to you? I said, only reason I think Eze will go to Spurs is because Arsenal haven't bid. I think if Arsenal actually bid, then he's not going to Spurs. I said this to you, right? Like, it's not. It's like, let's be like all the conditions and everything. So when he was going to, because we heard that Arsenal weren't interested in him anymore. Obviously, I said that Eze should move, innit? I wouldn't be a player that just stay at Palace because I wanted Arsenal. But I'm feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, wouldn't come out if he doesn't feel like Arsenal. And he says Arsenal make a move, innit? It's not like he's saying, oh, Arsenal interested. Do you know what I'm saying?
So he's going to be out for a while then, isn't it? Havertz. I'm thinking he's going to be out for a while then if we're making a move for Eze. I'm not like, okay. Was it he's out or not? Huh?
Yeah, I do think I already said, like, when certain things are reported in certain ways, I always know when it's like when
the language.
When this guy's saying obviously Havertz is out and initial prognosis like has not been. I'm saying I already know what you're saying because that means you've seen something. He feels it. Everyone, maybe the club's doctor seen it and said, I don't know. They send him out to a specialist now because they don't want to say it's a madness right now. And then you'll see that little club announcement in maybe a couple of days of, you know, Arsenal, Kai Havertz injury update, and then it's going to be so and so in it, which is sad. But I agree. BBK, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm just saying, if the club is what they should be and this is what they want us to be and they want us to win the league, these are the things that you need to do. These are the things he should do. And I don't think it should just stop at Eze. I don't think it's just an Eze thing. I think Eze thing is a necessary thing because maybe you might want to move a Trossard or you might want to move a Martinelli strike and then use Eze left wing. But I think also, like, or you might want to use Marino as a third striker. Who knows, innit? Cool.
I want to ask BBK something, yeah? Why now is he choosing his words now?
Because BBK knows that if Arsenal do sign Eze, it goes against what he's been saying. Like, you know what I mean? So he has to come around and say maybe the club's changing. So he have to right now the battle of sides, isn't it? Maybe you might be right.
The thing is, he could have signed. Look, you know when after the game at Chelsea, yeah.
Maybe you might be right, but I know
after the game at Chelsea, I thought it was done. I thought he's going to Spurs straight away.
That's what I'm saying. But you didn't. But this is what I'm saying. Like a couple of days before it came out that obviously Tottenham are moving for him, innit? on Sunday or on Friday, his manager came out, said, "Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers, man." On Sunday, he played the game against Spurs. I think Chelsea. He came off at like what 75th minute. So he played a lot of the game, innit? Obviously, I'm not saying he's bursting his energy and that pause, innit? But cool. There was a Sky reporter at the Crystal Palace, and obviously I'm just giving you guys what I've seen. I'm not saying anything, innit? Because everyone can say whatever. There's a Sky reporter at Palace training today, and
Fabrizio's reporting it as well, so it's not crap, bro.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Fabrizio's,
there was a Sky reporter
there
was a Sky reporter at the Palace training today, yeah, and you know how they do sometimes open training and stuff, so you can watch the reporters will be at the training. He said he was like, oh, like obviously Eze is training right now with Palace, but who knows when he's gonna move to Spurs, XYZ. And Eze said something like, what did he say? He said to keep it quiet or something like that. He said something like that, innit? Like, or like allow it, man, or like something in those realms, innit? I can't remember what the quote is, innit? And I'm not trying to paint anyone's mind. I'm just saying, if a deal was so done, it would have been done, fam. He wouldn't be training right now. You know what I'm saying? He would be, do you know what I'm saying? Like, which is why I've been saying for time, innit? If Arsenal have told him, we're gonna come in for you, pause, then he's gonna hold out because he knows that's where he wants to go. Like I told you, like there's no way in hell.
Don't let me dream, bro. Kate, don't let me start dreaming, you know, bro. Please.
I'm not letting you dream. Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein are the ones letting you and me dream. I'm just trying to decipher what they're saying. At the end of the day, this news could have come out from, you know, the tier 2 or tier 1.5 reporters, like, you know, the Ben Jacobs and so on. It came out from David Ornstein himself, and now Fabrizio Romano is grabbing his tail and following. And let's see, innit? Let's see if Arsenal do the business. We know what the price is. We know what Tottenham seem to have agreed. So it's that 55 million plus whatever add-ons. You know what Eze's terms will be. The move them should be smooth if you're trying to move to it. But for me, again, bro, because I would love Eze. It depends on how long. If Havertz is not out for that long and you get Eze, that's cool. But if Havertz is out for time, get Eze, but you have to get another player.
You still think we're going to get another player?
I'm not saying
on loan or something.
I still think we need to, though, because I'm saying Eze is a 10 player. He's a left wing, cool, and that is what you should have done anyways. But what you're saying is BBK says he's saying that he doesn't think Arteta wants him. So if we do get Eze, I'm gonna hope that we jump in the stream. I'm gonna jump in stream with you that same day if it gets announced, and I want to have a conversation with you still. And let's.
I want to be there. I gotta be there, you know, bro. I gotta be there. Big up to BBK Sport. Do you know what is though? But can you blame him though? Can you blame him?
I don't blame him. I'm saying, like, for me, when you see certain things, you have to kind of wither your like, fam. If you have certain things, your vision. Like, if you get like, fam, if there's a little floodlight here, if I give it a little lamp out here, it should kind of. Do you know what I'm saying? It kind of changes what you're seeing. And I'll caveat this again because man are looking at me. I'm live reacting.
Listen, you've been saying this for time as well. You've been saying that we're still going to get Eze. Obviously, the thing dropped in it. It's like you had your doubts, but you're always confident.
At the end of the day, I said it was going to be like this. I said if Arsenal want Eze and Arsenal actually say they're going to move for him and they move with the club, it's going to be. It says. The David Ornstein thing said.
Shall we go back to that? Shall we go back to that?
Yeah, it said if Arsenal move for him, Spurs are already looking at alternatives. Is that what he says? It says Arsenal make move for Eze. He wants them. Tottenham line up deal with player, but after Havertz's injury, Arsenal now closing in. If he proceeds, Tottenham will pursue other targets. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, what baby broing? Yeah, is that what we're doing?
Arsenal make move for Eze. 27-year-old wants them. And I
want to see what Ben's saying as well.
Yeah, so go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro. This is real, bro. Yeah, all the top ITKs are reporting this.
My guy, man.
All of the ITKs are reporting this, brother. AFC pushing after holding talks with Eze earlier in the window has revealed Mikel Arteta has spoken directly with the Palace attacker. Spurs have a full verbal agreement. I'm not getting too gas. Yes, I am. I'm not getting too gas. Spurs have a full verbal agreement in place with Crystal Palace, as reported, and Eze also agreed terms. However, Eze expected to pick Arsenal if a club-to-club agreement is found. Kai Havertz's injury prompted Arsenal to move. Do you see? We've done the reactive thing, though. And do you know what? Sometimes you know what?
But then obviously, I think because I did disagree with something you said earlier in the stream, innit? You said obviously,
Yeah.
and historically, innit, Arsenal have never been proactive, or if they've never been reactive. I think what you meant, Arsenal have never been reactive. Like Arsenal have never seen a situation and said, you know what, this is how we need to address it. It's always been a internal solutions. It's always been a cheap loan. It's always been a, do you know what I'm saying? It's never just a fam. This is what happens, fam. This is this vindicates how I was feeling throughout the stream. Fam, I should expect the club when something happens, go do something. Do you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be all on the manager thing. Go do what you need to do, bro. Just put it back on the manager. Put the emphasis.
This is breaking news, you know, my brother. Listen, me and you historically.
What are you understanding what I was saying now? What I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm hearing what you're saying.
I'm not, like, man is not absolving Arteta of nothing. Like, man always think like because I like the guy, that man is trying to say he's the perfect second coming of Jesus and that. No, I'm not saying nothing of that, bro. He has his flaws, he has things. Bam, I'm there for it. But bro, I know this club, and this shit will be the same throughout the club. So the club's got to prove to me that you're different. 12 days, I said. 12 days. That's all you got. Do what you got to do. Because fam, if Isak is going to end up at Liverpool, he's not going back to Newcastle, fam. So they're going to get him. City, who knows what Rodrigo didn't play yesterday? Who knows what's going on with brother? So, fam, if we can't get left behind, because we'll get left behind.
That's what
and I'm not allowing it. Bro. But if you're doing this, then you're not getting left behind, then I can talk different. Then I'm not going to say Kroenkes and all that shit this year. Then I'm going to say, Mikel, what are you on? Because you've got Eze and you got this and you got that, fam. But then when you don't got this and that, fam, then fam, how much can you call out on a manager, bro? Because as much as we glaze all these other guys, as we go back to your point that you was so lovely making, these guys like Klopp and that got world-class players. They got world-class players playing in their team. They've had world-class players playing across the front line. They've got quality squads. Pep has always had world-class players in every team he goes to. Chelsea are buying players left, right, and centre. Do the same.
The thing is as well, it's not just the fact that, okay, because of the Kai Havertz injury, which, you know what, everything in life, yeah, for me, good or bad, that happens sometimes is a blessing, yeah. You may not see it at the time. Obviously, certain things are tragic that we can't explain, yeah. But for me, if Eze is pulled off, Kai Havertz injury is a blessing. I hope he gets well and everything. You know what I'm saying, yeah? But it's a blessing. I see it as a blessing because if he doesn't get injured, then we're not even thinking of Eze.
But that's a big problem, bro, because it shouldn't take that.
This is how we move, though, brother.
Yeah, because I'm very reasonable, yeah. You're not gonna see me you're not gonna see me crash out and be like, oh, like I absolutely was making me absolutely sick to my stomach, to my spine and my core, brother. That this guy was gonna potentially be playing for that shit club, brother. The guy that wants to be here. It was making me sick. But obviously, end of the day, man's like, fam, game's the game, and all I was saying is, if you're not gonna get Eze, bring me someone else because that's what it's gonna take. So, like, end of the day, if you're gonna get Eze, then cool. But it shouldn't have taken Kai Havertz's injury because we needed Eze with Kai Havertz, brother. We didn't need Eze in spite of him. That's what I'm saying. I still want one more because I'm satisfied and it's good. But don't just get me Eze and then that's it. Like, but I won't be angry with Eze and that's it. But I want more in it because Eze is.
We need to move fast now, though. I think we need to actually move quite fast.
That's why I'm like, if I don't want this to be some pump fake. Just what it is the deal. You've been talking to this guy for months.
They don't hear nothing. Yeah,
you've been talking to this guy for months, so you know what Palace want in it. And the release clause is officially done now. So yeah, cool. It's not a 68 million. Cool. It's probably going to take around 60 mil, some type of formulation, 55, some add-ons. Just do what you got to do. Especially now, this is what I'm saying. With all the shit breaking, I want to see tomorrow or in a couple of hours, yeah, okay, Arsenal have agreed personal. I want to see all that shit moving. Like, what the Madueke did when it was just moving one day, everything, boom, 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 boom. Do the boom, 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 boom thing for the Eze thing. Because already, he's probably trying to get lace up on the weekend. He's not trying to play for Palace again on the weekend. So, fam, just do the thing. Yeah. Like, let's not waste time because Tottenham have already probably agreed terms. They know what it is. They probably know the price. They're not going to wait, innit? Like, they're going to also bid.
Yeah.
But do the little bro thing so that we can also little bro Tottenham fans as well.
Palace don't rate Richarlison like that, man. Come on, man.
I think, no, but it's not in Palace's hands. like this is if Eze says I'm going to Arsenal and Arsenal said they're going to bid whatever valuation Palace have said is what they're willing to take. It doesn't matter whether Tottenham come with some 30 million plus Richarlison, whatever. Palace are not a big cool. That might be nice, but Richarlison's going to come on big wages, brother. Like he's not going to come for them some cheap wages. He's leaving the Champions. He's not. You have to also hope Richarlison is going to want to leave potentially.
Clip us up, my brother. Clip us up. I'll be clipping up your fire stick as well. Remember that, brother. Yeah.
You're gonna see Richarlison got 2 goals on the weekend. Tottenham on the Champions League. Why the hell is he gonna want to leave Spurs? Like he's right now. He has that 9 shirt. Like Solanke ain't got that 9 shirt. Like, why the hell?
He's not gonna want to go Palace, is he? But
this is what I'm saying. Like, this is all that stuff is jazz. Right now, this is. I'm gonna put my head on the line. Arsenal getting Eze still. I said it. So let's just get Eze and get over the line still. Because I know I already anticipated something like this happening. If it happened and it's happening, so I'm pretty confident we'll get Eze. Caps supports who again?
No, Caps is an Arsenal guy, man. Caps is Arsenal, man.
Clip us up. We've got Caps. You don't
Caps,
think
Caps is my boy, innit?
Are people in the chat thinking we're gonna get Eze or they don't think we're gonna get Eze? What's everyone saying?
Do you know what it is? It's that. Do you know what? We see the news, but we just got to see what happens, innit? Yeah, but this is breaking news for us people, man. This is breaking
this is live
news.
Or reaction. So you haven't let me normally process my thoughts and that, and then this is just live emotion. And given the fact that
where did this come from, bro? Where did this come from, though? It's just come all of a sudden. I just see like
BBK. Are you believing now? Are you still doubting that it's PR?
Also interested only because of the. Listen, we know this.
He's moved his goalpost now, so now it's part of the injury. He's believing it, but now he's angry that it's because of Kai Havertz's injury. I understand.
Listen. We know. Listen. I don't care about the. Sorry. Let me put it this.
I care about the Kai Havertz injury.
No. I have to put it in different.
I know what you're saying.
Listen, the Kai Havertz injury is that. Yeah.
Despite
let's just get the player over the line. Let's just get him over the line. Whatever politics, whatever things going on, let's just get Eze over the line, because if Spurs end up buying him, yeah, I am going to be vexed, bro. And we did say if we get Eze, then that's still looking like a decent window. And listen, if we get Rodrigo on loan as well, oh Lord.
Don't do all these kind of.
Bro, it's possible.
Let me dream, innit? Let me dream, because sometimes I was a bit angry at the beginning of the stream. So now that there's some good news, if it's PR, cool. Let me be light a bit, man. Because let me be light. I want Eze, but this is what the stipulations for me, which is why I think the third sentence in this Ben Jacobs thing is what is important for me, which is why I'm very confident. Spurs have a full verbal agreement of Palace, as reported, and Eze has also agreed terms. So Arsenal will know, but obviously
he's waiting. He's waiting still, isn't he? He's still
Arsenal
waiting.
will know what Eze's terms are, what the conditions are for his agent. They would have probably agreed that, or know that they can agree that, innit? But they also will know.
Arsenal can match that, innit? Arsenal can match.
Yeah,
Spurs.
And they also now know the exact. Well, maybe I don't know. They'll know the negotiations, but Palace would have told them what we're willing to agree. Unless Palace are going to try and see this as a bidding war and try and bump up the price. I hope that's not the case, because that's a possibility they can do now. Now that two teams are saying, but I think because they've agreed a price with Spurs, Arsenal, and it's been reported as well, Arsenal will know that's the price that is going. So Arsenal just gonna, to me, Arsenal just bid that bid exactly as it is and agree it with Palace, and the deal should move, because it's saying Eze is expected to pick Arsenal. So if Arsenal agree that club to club,
this is the ITK saying this as well, bro. This is the ITK saying this. This ain't. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is everyone. Yeah, this is tier 1, like fam. And I'm pretty sure. I'll see if there's any more. I'm pretty sure there's a bit more news on this still.
Let me go back to Ornstein as well. This is breaking news, people. You ain't gonna get breaking news like this.
Yeah, see, go to Sammy Mockbell, innit? BBC.
Sammy Mockbell, yeah.
Yeah, he's another good one as well.
I think I'm following Sammy. There he is. Is he reporting it as well? Arsenal closing the move for as a Crystal Palace forward prefers Arsenal move. Bro, sources indicate deal is around 60 M's.
Thank you. That's all I needed. Just give me the boy. Put the man. I said reunite the black mandem again. Saka, Madueke, and Eze. Let them be the man. Let them be friends, and that. Let Saka have some boys that are his, his social group and his. You know what I'm saying? Of course, until we see the hairy go.
Madueke, Saka,
But when
Rice.
a breaking news comes from Ornstein first, and everyone else is following, you
Yeah.
know that he's got some good rumblings, because it's not just someone else
He's
reported
that
it.
thing.
Like, a lot of the summer there's been a lot of ITKs and people breaking it, and then they credit him. This is just him himself. He got a call from someone at Arsenal that said, "Hey, we're moving for this guy." Put
Serious.
it out there still, and we're gonna agree it. Trust me, Eze knows. And that's why the whole Eze wants them. That is so blunt. Arsenal make move for Eze. Eze
We
wants
need to
them.
move quick though. I can't
I
reiterate
agree.
for
That's
you,
what I'm
Kate.
saying.
We need to move
I
quick
want to
now.
see, like, in the next 24 hours, I want to see the reports,
Arsenal
personal terms agreed.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
Arsenal have lodged the
About
bid
to
of
bid.
X whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I need to see. Then, like, that little, like, in a couple of hours, another Arsenal have bid already 55 mil and They're trying to get this done. They know Spurs are, that kind of stuff, innit? I need to see that kind of movement, because for me, more than anything, bro, innit?
So
It still gives you enough time to try something at the last day, because you would have got Eze now, and you would have got him in the club, and you would have got what we all wanted, and that whether he plays 10 left wing, whatever you want to do, we can address that later, innit? Cool. Clearly, we're gonna keep Trossard, but
it indicates that we have got money, bro. If we're moving like this year because of the injury, we're panicking.
They've been saying, bro, they've been saying, the Ornstein came out on the weekend before the United game on the NBC stream and said that Arsenal are clear, like they can spend a lot of money based on PSR. It's just an FFP problem. But sometimes big clubs, you gotta hold that fine, bro. You gotta spend some money and say, do you know what, fam? If we're not able to sell the Deadwood, fam, we gotta hold that little 10 mil fine that they're gonna probably give us. Sometimes you gotta be that club, fam, for the win. You can't always abide by the rules, fam. You can't always try and stay under the apron. I think NBA they call it on the second apron and that. You can't always stay under the second apron, bro. You gotta sometimes go spend the luxury tax. You gotta sometimes do it for winning. Winning clubs don't care about that shit. Winning owners don't care about that little luxury tax. They take it because they know the big trophies are going to bring them more fans, more shirt sales the next season, a bigger player, X, Y, Z. So get the deal done, man. And if Arsenal do this and don't get the deal done, we'll be talking still. But I expect them, as I said, I think Arsenal gonna get the deal done. So everyone that's angry,
out of 100%, how confident are you? How confident are you? 100, not even 99.9 and allowing error margins, no?
Because, and I quote in it, because when the Ornstein, obviously, and it's always gonna get reported from Ornstein, it's a big injury in it. So I think the last one's got. But like when the Ornstein, injury report came out. Obviously, the wording again, like I read it and I'm like, I know this is a long-term injury. I know Arsenal are not gonna release it right now because they don't want to play their hand. They're probably not gonna release the Havertz news for a bit because they don't want to release how long he's out. All that stuff in it, cool. But he pinned the tweet in it for time. And I'm like, and obviously it says, Arsenal are going to move for, and I was like, you have to move for someone. I don't know who you're going to move for. What? Because I said that I don't think that there's adequate strikers out there, because I don't feel like Arsenal are going to spend 150 on Isaac. I don't think there's adequate strikers out there for us to do what we need to do. So I think we're going to get him. What about you, bro?
Listen, I always say, inshallah, God willing, yeah. I'm hoping we get him. I am a lot happier with this news that I've seen, but with everything, yeah, I need to see. I need to see the here we go. Yeah, I have to see that. Once I see the here we go, bro. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do another stream. Yeah,
I don't mind. Whatever day that is, we can jump on still.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a stream, but we have to.
And obviously go just to, if I want me to keep you in the giddy, innit, go to, you know about that IndyCarlia news thing that you just said.
IndyCarlia, yeah. Is he reporting as well?
Just said something in it, so just to get you feeling a bit.
Hold on. Because Indy's got a little bit more in depth.
A bit shaky, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's getting a bit shaky.
Oh, this what, the Rodrigo thing?
Go down. Keep going down. What did he say? That one. Calm down. Arsenal
fans. More to come. Okay. Hold on, Arsenal have reached out to Palace regarding
Oh, he's showing his like history tweets in it when he probably first said it and that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Oh look, is it? Palace is scratching their heads, wondering why Arsenal hasn't, because they bought in they're bringing another player. Is it El Canous?
He's a lovely player still. He's a
Yeah,
lovely
so
player. He's gonna be a very good replacement for Eze, just to let
yeah,
everyone know. Everyone
so
should
they brought him in. So now they can just do what they need. With
this is
Eze
what I'm
now.
saying, isn't it? Like clearly, this is what I'm saying, because the Spurs still didn't move. I remember when the day that it was coming out, Fabrizio was trying to pump out the tweets.
Look at this, brother. Look at this. Arsenal have the budget for Eze and doesn't even need to sell.
That means Arsenal told
to
Eze. That means Arsenal probably told Eze, just don't push the green light yet. Or they told Palace, just wait. We're trying to see what we can do for other things before we want to get you, but we also want to know. So then probably the Havertz injuries probably said we can't even try and see if we can balance the books first and that. Just get Eze and then we'll see what we can do there, mother man, and we'll try and push for Rodrigo maybe on the final day. Because Rodrigo, I think, was always going to be a final day thing. I think he's the kind of guy that will try and see that Porky, that Real Madrid until he knows it's not happening. But I think getting no minutes is insane still. So I think that decision has been made for him. Of course, I can't just think.
BBK's on to you, bro. BBK's
I don't mind be on to me, bro. I'm just not a negative guy in life, yeah, bro. And everyone knows me. Everyone that knows, I like to breed and give positivity and happiness, bro, because life is too painful.
Those news are lies, bro. We've seen this scenario before. We already got Rodrigo. He's nonny. This will end in tears. I've seen it all. So I don't know if Tony believes that we will get Eze, but you know what, people? Yeah, I just want to relax today. Yeah, too much Arsenal news, bro. Yeah, listen, me and Kate have just jumped on the stream, finished work. We ain't even sat down with our families or relaxed.
Nothing like that,
bro. Anyway, listen, let's talk about the the Leeds game quickly. The Man United game was doo-doo. Players didn't look up for it, but we got the 3 points. That's all that matters.
One thing I will say though, the players put the endeavor to get the result though. Like they put the grind. Obviously, we got the set piece, we got the goal, and there was poor quality all over the pitch. Gokres wasn't good enough. Saka, Martinelli, Declan Rice. I can name so many players. There was Gabriel, Raya, Saliba put in the work, and obviously alongside the team and the shape to get the 3 points. And everyone, we don't like that, and it's United, and United fans feel good, and we might not feel a bit good, but I feel like there's a something in that when you fight.
Bro, at the end of the day, it's the 3 points that you know what we can. Yes, we can cry about and moan about the performance, but you know what? If that was the last game of the season, we needed 3 points. Yeah, no one's talking about.
You know, I'll say a good thing. Well, you've seen way more Arsenal teams go to Old Trafford. We don't win at that ground, bro. We actually don't win at that ground. Like, I saw that the stats. It was like 4 wins and like how many years? I was like, that stinks.
It's crazy.
And and 3 of them are from Mikel. So that means before we're getting smoked every time we got OT. Now we're not. I don't care how we win. That's the same thing as Anfield. If you play at that Anfield and get 1-0 win, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to be telling you anyone about, you got to get in and get out. It's not your home ground. But yeah, going into Leeds, there's got to be better still.
Anyway, do you think Eze gets done before the Leeds game? Or is that a bit of a stretch?
With Arsenal, I don't have any anticipation of anything of your family. But I hope it does. And as I think that's what I said. I think I'm gonna put my hat out. I think it does. Only reason I say I think it does, I don't think he will be playing on Saturday because I don't know if Arsenal will get that done, because that means you have to get it done probably before Friday, 12 p.m. to register him and all that stuff, get a medical done. I don't know, even though it's London, so it can be done, but I don't know. But I think because there's another club that's already agreed with the player and under the club, you can't waste time in it. If you're going to make this move, make the move. Or just why did you make the move? Which is why I understand why everyone in the chat is saying PR and everything.
Stop being negative, man. Arsenal will fun.
Yeah, that's what I understand why, man. Because most man don't want to get their hopes up. Because most man don't. Like, we all know how I'm moving is how everyone wants to move. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone wants
we have to have a little bit of some confidence.
I think we'll get it done. I think we'll get the deal done before Saturday, because I believe the fact that there's another team in there, it forces you to have to move quick. Because if you don't, Palace have money on the table that they can be collecting in their bank account that they're going to be delaying because of you, man. they're not going to delay for a couple of days because
Levy's going to be going mad though, you know. Levy's going to be going mad right now.
But this is football, fam. Well, they didn't one time Spurs one team sign Willian or something. And
they've got Kudos as well, though. They got Kudos as well, and they got
they're trying to get Savio from City as well. So but it doesn't mean why they'll be angry is because they probably thought they're going to move for Eze, innit? But this is the game. This is what I'm saying. If you're Arsenal and you have where you are at the moment, you're competing for titles, you're in the Champions League semi-finals, you're trying to get there. This is the guy that used to play for your club. If you come in for this guy, you should be, fam, he should without a shadow of a doubt, he should be saying, I'm going there. There's no, I can't agree to Spurs. So, nah. The game is the game, brother. This is his last big, team and that. Like, he's going to choose Arsenal every single day. I know I'm think the worst, but as I was saying, in life, bro, I'm one of those guys. Maybe I'm an optimistic guy in it. Like, bro, I like to live life. Bro, I've had some dark things that happened to me, family, and that. Like, bro, it's hard to just live life being pessimistic for me personally all the time. I'd rather be optimistic, try live life a bit more light, and not be so angry and up on things, innit? I understand why most men are. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I would rather be, but I'm just using my brain, calculating things. Havertz injury, this and that, other team. There's no way you shouldn't get the deal done if you're trying to move in for him. If you do that, then you're just looking like fools. Do you know what I mean? And it wouldn't be coming out with all this mainstream report.
The thing is, Kate, though, the thing is, Kate, though, we could have been sitting there doing our stream and not heard nothing. But all of a sudden, it's broken. I don't think it's a PR thing. I think, you know what? We are definitely looking at if we didn't have Bert and we had Edu, I think we would have just like flopped.
And bro, you have to move. Like, you have to bid, you have to. I mean, he's already agreed with another team, both club and players. It's not like it's just you agree personal terms with Spurs, but City Spurs. Sorry, you agree personal terms, but Spurs haven't agreed with Palace. Spurs have agreed with Palace. So if you're hijacking this move, there's no dilly dally. It's pay the money, agree the personal terms, and move, or move aside.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, if you're gonna do this and it's coming out with all the mainstream, it's not like if this buzz was coming around from all these little small ITKs and that saying, it's not making a late move, I'll be like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. But because that shit has come out from the big boys, I'm hearing that shit still. And if you guys don't want to take that, cool, that's fine. If PTSD's got you that deep, I hear it. It ain't got me like that. Still, I can see things that are going on without always looking at things with clouded lenses in it personally. So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying though, I want something on top of Eze.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Just pause that as well. Yeah, pause that as well. Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. Listen, brother. Listen, food I forget eat. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, let's go. Let's just do a quick. Let's talk about
the Leeds game. Yeah,
Saturday's game. And I've been saying to BBK, I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Leeds play a certain style of football. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the same as ours, but they move the ball around, they attack. They're not. I don't think they're scared to do the low block thing. They might sometimes, maybe at the start of the game, but I think they will try and move to us on Saturday, seeing as we've not played well the last game. But I think that goes in our advantage because we can just pick them off, pick them off. You know what I'm saying? And just hopefully, I think we get a 2-1 victory. What do you think?
I think I saw the highlights against Leeds. Sorry, it's Everton, but I saw the stats. Like the first half, they had like 12 shots. Everton had 0. So clearly, obviously, I know what that Carroll. I think it's Carroll. No, not Carroll. I can't remember what Leeds. Ellen Road. That's it. Sorry, my bad. But I know what that ground's about. I know what Leeds are about.
We're playing at home, though, aren't we? We're playing at home.
Yeah. So, but I'm happy that I think they will be a bit more expansive or trying to play football a bit pressing. Like, I'm not saying they wouldn't be low blocky at times. And shout out to Tony Claude Gunner TV.
Tony Claude, man, that's our guy, man. That's my guy, man.
Shout out Godfrey in the chat as well. And I think it will be a game where they will come out. But this is what I'm saying to Arsenal. You've played smelly game week 1, got the result, cool, away from home, big club, Old Trafford, the big game. Whatever, they didn't go for you, fam. Everyone was clearly rattled and wasn't comfortable at all on the ball. This is our first home game of the season, back at the Emirates against newly promoted opposition that are probably gonna come out at you at a lot of points in the game. So there should be space. And if we're adopting this new quick approach, counter-attack type of trying to be in transition, which I saw we were trying to do, I expect at home for us to have a bit more quality on the ball, both in decision-making in the final third and just overall in the midfield for us to get wins. So I'm saying 3-0, bro.
3-0, yeah? Confident, yeah?
Yeah.
I hear it. Let's do a quick lineup and then, you know what, yeah, we'll wrap up, yeah? Okay, so let's go for the usual. Ray at the back. Who's your right back?
Timber will play because I'm seeing Ben White didn't train today, and if there's, I think don't risk anybody at all. So yeah, Timber.
We know the two here are Saliba. Are you going for the same team as last week?
Yeah, I'm putting Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel. Would you put Calafiori left back, or would you put Manuel? I think he's got the shirt right now. Plus, he scored as well. So
yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with him because he scored as well, and
he's a good player. He brings who?
Where's Magalanis?
I think Calafiori brings an element of chaos in his style of play that I like. It's just an orthodox style of play, still quality footballer. I think that unpredictability going on the inside outside is something that we need in it. And it's no slight on Miles. It's just like right now.
He played against a really tricky player in
Burma, and it was a tough game. Got a yellow card. Burma's a good Premier League, like a good player, physical, strong, like good technical player. So definitely. Yeah, but I think Calafiori at home will be good, and obviously the midfield.
What are we going for in midfield?
It would be. I think it's going to be Rice, Zubimendi, and Calafiori.
Zubimendi, yeah, Rice. I don't like Rice in this 8 at the moment. You know? I really don't, man. But that's a conversation.
I think he had a bad game still. He had a bad game. Like I don't think
Odegaard,
yeah, Odegaard. I think the dynamic where Rice and Zubimendi are playing a bit more deeper together and Calafiori is getting a bit more higher. I think that works more. I just think on the ball we're just terrible, bro.
I don't know what Gary's issue is, you know. It just seems to be like calling me out each time, you know. Listen, Gary broke that tweet, by the way, you know. Don't waste the tweet. That's what the DWTT stands for.
What he told you about the Eze
he broke the Eze.
Hey, you're active, man. And that's mad, yeah, because obviously currently I'm streaming on my laptop in it, but I can use my phone as my camera.
Yeah.
So obviously, but I've put my phone on do not disturb and I'm recording. So obviously what's it?
Laptop. Do you put WhatsApp on your laptop?
No, I got, but obviously, I got all like I'm a nerd in it, so I got David Alderstein's post notifications on, so I know when he drops stuff in it. Bro, I'm there, bro. I want to know as soon as.
Man, make something like that, you know, like.
Bro, if I get a buzz, I see something. If I see David Alderstein, I always go to see. Like, do you know what I mean? So if I saw that, bro, if my phone was active in my hands and I saw that, bro, live on stream. Obviously, shout out to D because obviously he saw it.
Gary's his name, but anyway, let's quickly go through this anyway. Yeah,
I think the front three is going to be the same as last week, in my opinion.
The front three, but do you know it was interesting in training today? They had Saka on the left and then Madueke on the right in training today. So that's interesting. I think that was quite interesting the way they set up the training. So
it's good to make. I want our team to be. I want the front three to be like a fluid front three. Obviously, I know we have more Gokeres now, but especially if Trossard is going to be used there this season, I want that to be more of a liquid front three pause. Like I want it to be like you sometimes see Saka on the left, Trossard on the right, Martinelli down the middle, or Madueke. Like I want it to be one of those like where it becomes a bit more unpredictable and a bit more fluid and a bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? Tony Claude, big up.
Listen, you're gonna have to meet Tony. You know, Tony got me into the game. Yeah, Tony got me into this YouTube thing, man.
Nah, shout out Tony. Tony's
a veteran.
I've seen him still. He's a veteran.
He's definitely a veteran of this team.
I think. Do you know what it is? Yeah, trust me. 3-4 years ago, I was dark. That's what I'm saying. Like because that was like some of the toughest times. Shout out to Timothy.
Dark times, innit? Is that your brother? Yeah.
think that's my boy still. Yeah.
Yeah, big up
He knows.
Timothy in the building,
He
man.
knows what I feel about Eze, innit? So,
Okay.
remember on my stream minute when I think he asked me a question about would I want Eze or Rodrigo in it, and I said I would take Rodrigo, but yeah, I'll take Eze as well. Still, if it was out of the team, but yeah, I used to be dark, but bro, like end of the day, like Arsenal used to be crap, man. Like we're not crap anymore. Like I don't like the fact that we finished second 3 years in a row. I don't like the fact that we haven't won no majors. I don't like the fact we don't compete in the FA Cups and Carabao Cups. Like, don't get me wrong, but I can also respect that my team is not crap like a lot of other teams. Like we're not there no more, and we have a flaw that is. Don't worry, bro. That Eze video. When I get off this, I'll write that. I'm gonna write that right now. Still, I feel to I've already been writing it, so I just have to finish it because I thought it was coming. But I'm gonna get one of those profile videos on Eze still, and a very, 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 very enjoyable.
That video is gonna be Chris, you know. Listen, because he's such an elegant footballer as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
No, you guys don't worry. It's gonna be a very, very. Just be subscribed to my channel and turn post notifications on if you want to as well.
BBK. This is BBK saying. BBK says KP needs ASAP. Need to know it's progressing carries and passes. Progresses carries and passes, and if he ranks in the top 4% in touches, the opponent
probably
that video ASAP. Looking forward to watching.
I think he actually does, you know. So that's actually funny enough.
Definitely. But listen. Let's try and wrap up. Have you got anything coming up, my brother? I think this has been one of my best streams with you. I think this has been one of the best ones.
It gets better each stream, innit? So I appreciate the love in the chat. Appreciate the love in everyone outside both our channels and everyone as well. That's got YouTube channels as well. That's in the chat as well. Hit subscribe to everyone, man. Just love always in this community, man. We just want to grow. We want to push each other. We all want Arsenal to win. I should be going live at the end of the week. I don't know what day, so don't quote me on it. But I should be going.
Yeah, your lives are popping as well, you know. So you got to do a few more than lives, man. I mean, enjoying them.
Start doing more than just once a week, but
definitely.
Obviously, I think BBK. I think I've done it quite early the other day, so you would have probably sleeping. If I'm honest,
hey, that guy don't sleep, you know. That guy's up.
Remember, I done this at I don't know, like 10 a.m. or something, or 9 a.m. something like that, in it. But I'll try to do this a bit later. I'll try to do it a bit later in the afternoon. Probably
it will catch it though. It definitely catch up with the streams. It does catch up with the streams.
I will have this Eze video because I was gonna have another video coming out, but I might still put another video on Odegaard and Ranieri, but I'm gonna have one on Eze. If I know it's definitely gonna happen, I'll have that done. But
listen. 5 guns. If we sign Eze before Sunday, yeah, I want every man in my group, yeah, in the 5 guns group chat. You know who you are. You all got to turn up, yeah, people, yeah. Because listen, this is going to be an Eze party, yeah. But let's still be humble at the same time as well, yeah. Because you know what, it's still early. But we are expecting Arsenal to move for Eze. People, it's been a great show. Do you know what I'm saying? Kate, big up your test each and every time. I had to grill you a little bit earlier, but you know what? I know I can grill you because you know what? I know you can take the burden, pause, and you know what I'm saying? You understand
football debates about it being football debates about being fiery, man. That's instead of it's not.
No, I hear it. But
let's
sometimes
agree
we got to go for the test. Sometimes we just got to go for the, you know what I mean, the shaky tunnel, and you know what? We come out better. That's what I'm saying. And you know the mad thing as well. Yeah, I was watching a stream. You know Dan Potts?
Yeah.
I was watching a stream with Dan Potts, Egal, Lee Gunner, who else was on there? DJ B. There was so many people on there, yeah. And you know what? These guys were going in on each other, yeah. But at the end of the stream, yeah, everyone's busting jokes and laughs and all of that. And that's what it should. That's what it should be.
Love, man. Fam, end of the day, fam, we're football fans. If you don't exude no passion, then fam, what are you in this game for, fam? Like, we love our clubs. We want our clubs to win. We have our reasons in it. So, end of the day, like, it's always gonna be love. And me, I'm never gonna be disrespectful in any way. Like, that's gonna ever make someone like. I'll never be disrespectful to anyone that I collab with, because I think, fam, we want to grow, man. Fam, it's a small world out here, man. End of the day, but fam, shout out BBK, shout out Caps, fam. Shout you, man.
Listen. Top 5, yeah. BBK, Tony Claude, Caps, Jeffrey, AFC always. I can go on actually. There's a few more in there. Top 10 actually. I can do the top 10. But they know how much they mean to me. Yeah, they know how special people, yeah, they are to me, yeah, in this team. Yeah. I don't even need to say anymore. But listen, Cape, you're gonna be getting to those levels soon. People, Daily Waffle tomorrow. Catch me, God willing. Catch Cape as well. His name's in the title. Go and slap up a like on some of his videos, people, because I know you don't know much about Cape yet. Some of you do, but some of you don't. Let's go and support our brothers, yeah, people, yeah. Let's build and grow our team, yeah. You've been in tune to the Arsenal talk. I've got to pay rent and I'm going to walk. We are